In Get Out and Learn, needs are more important than wants. Every Wednesday at the YMCA, we learn to improve our swimming skills. When Ed and our swimming instructor, Caitlin, tried to first teach me how to breathe bilaterally, it was difficult. To take a breath of air, our face is supposed to tilt slightly to the right or the left instead of pulling our entire head out the water. If you lift your head out the water, then your hips sink and your body is not in the proper position to swim. It's hard to avoid because your body wants to stick its head out even just a little. I found that the need to train my body was more important because in the deep end of the pool, when I pulled my head out of the water for air, my body started to sink. This is one of the many places I learned that needs are more important than wants. I also learned to prioritize needs at the ropes course, which we go to every Thursday. The course consists of high and low elements where we are trained to lead a group of children and or adults. Before we run it, we have to set up the course, making sure the right knot is on the right side of the rope. A double figure eight on a bite is a knot that tightens as you pull on it. This goes on the climber side, so in case they were to fall, the knot would tighten instead of becoming undone. Safety is what we want at the ropes course. On the belayer side, at the end of the rope is a knot called the stopper knot. This figure eight knot is there in case the belayer is not paying attention for some reason and the rope goes through his or her hands. The figure eight knot would stop the rope from leaving the gree-gree. It is an easier knot to tie, and sometimes we want to tie the knot instead of the double figure eight on a bite out of laziness. But the ropes course is just one place where I crucially learned needs are more important than wants. The next activity that we do is the boat shop, which takes place on Mondays and Fridays. Now the boat shop is an amazing place because we row. Rowing is one of the few athletic sports that uses major muscle groups. Standard race lengths range between 1,000 to 2,000 meters long. Sweep rowing involves more than one rower in a boat, with each rower pulling only one oar. Therefore, rowers adapt to a rowing on a particular side of the boat, either starboard, right side, or port, left side. Sweep rowers usually row in a boat with 2, 4, or 8 rowers. When people are rowing, most people want to take a break since it is a physically demanding and it wears people down fast. However, you need to know the tides before indulging that want. Now, the boat shop isn't the only place I learned to prioritize my needs. In economics, we studied the Great African Scandal where we saw the Ghanaians involved with the IMF and World Bank. These organizations help countries in poverty, but there are terms and conditions placed on them to receive this money. For example, in Ghana they sell American products for less than the local Ghanaian product. This is a problem because they are not keeping money in their local economy. They are spending what money they are getting from IMF and World Bank back to America via American goods. If Ghanaians were to buy local rice, it would put more money in their economy and help those farmers who are in dire need of better equipment and better land. If they were able to buy locally, then over time their country would grow strong and perhaps be able to decline the IMF and World Bank's term and conditions. It's clear that the Ghanaians need to buy locally are more important than wanting to buy cheap American rice. Overall, needs are more important than wants because in certain situations, if you choose your wants over your needs, consequences can be dire.